As you can see, I am back from the long separation from my videos and such, from my streams, You know how it is, struggles here and there. I really needed to sort things out physically and mentally, like say, job problems and whatnot, like money problems, poor life, you know how it is. But anyways, today we're going to be accessing the Code Vein DLC, and just so you know, I've already done this to the point where you need to be at, and plus I've done all the endings and pretty much almost all the trophies. The only one I'm missing for the trophies is literally the 400 medal grind, and in order to get the medals, you have to help out the players, and you see where this is going, right? But there's a little grind spot if you can't really say help others out with your internet connection. For those who are curious, it would be the Tower Trials area, which was an update depths area. You have to beat the game once in order to access it, though. Yes, this is my character, but yeah, this is just my main character in general, but yeah, this is one of the DLC accessories on the back right there, the EO symbol as an accessory. That's for doing some of the challenges for the Hellfire Night DLC. So we're gonna go straight there now, and as you can see, any depths maps now that you've done will be automatically sent to your teleportation in the update. So if you have regular depths maps, like say Den of Darkness, Den of the Dead, Tower and Sacrifice, Swirling Flame. I don't have all the maps, yet on this playthrough, simply because I already collected them once before, but New Game Plus decide, they messed with it, as in, like, they had to reset everything about the depths. So basically saying you had to go re-find everything in the whole entire, Code Vein area, the main game again. So that's pretty much how it is. It can't be helped if certain things come around and you want to do things your way, and other people don't like it. Okay, so sorry for the uh delay of speaking right there. I'm sorry if I was quiet. I was checking the video quality. I'm not sure if you heard that through the mic, but if you did, you already know what was going on, but had to check it out. See, look, these are the challenges I was talking about. The Night Monarch Suppressor. Can't speak. See, like, these challenges give you the rewards, like, say, the Night Monarch Essence, which, basically, these give you it's like basically your last resort kind of items. Like, as in, if you use it, you have a chance, you can survive the most lethal of hits, and then be left at 1 HP, and then the next attack you're just done, but not unless you heal, but obviously, enough. That just happens. So, the Night Monarch Overthrower objective is literally defeat the Hellfire Knight and allow your the thing is, these things have like requirements in order to get certain things. So you can see where this is going. So not only that, you can change the settings. As you can see right there in the description, it says adding difficulty will enhance the Hellfire Knight, meaning like New Game Plus enhanced kind of difficulty. Difficulty 1 is the same thing as setting the enemy's strength to 7-star regular New Game Plus, difficulty 0 is the same enhanced difficulty strength that it's been set to for New Game Plus. So basically saying 0 is basically base game, 1 is enhanced difficulty time, that you get, within the game. And pretty much the boss can be kind of a pain if you don't know what you're doing and you don't know the time lapses and what you need to do. But obviously enough, I have the time elapse thing number on simply because it's good to know like how many minutes or like how long it takes for me to kill the boss. And the thing is, in this DLC, there's 3 bosses in total. But the thing is, you need to kill the other 2 before you have to go access the Hellfire Knight boss. And there's certain blood codes in this that are really, really interesting, and their builds are really, really, bizarre, so to speak. I mean, they're not too bizarre to where it's like, what? This doesn't make any sense, but it's like, it's kind of balanced. It's kind of like a certain build kind of ratio, and I understand that, and it's kind of difficult to get around with certain ones, especially Achilles. Let's see here. As you can see, to get the certain blood code, to be exact is the Hellfire Knight blood code, and you just have to get his little, requirement done, which is do not allow your HP to fall to 0 no more than 5 times. So basically what this means is like, if by the time your HP hits 0 and someone has to go revive you, that's 1 time. So it doesn't mean like you have to die fully 5 times in order for this to work. No, it just basically you have to fall to 0 5 times, and then this will be either exactly on that, or it'll fully say that you're not going to be able to pass it by the time you reach 6 times of 0 down, reaching HP to 0. So it's recommended that you stay on your toes and literally learn how the boss works in general, because there is plus 10 difficulty, and look at the requirements here for this one. At a difficulty 10 or above is the requirement for one of them, obviously, so not going to go into details other than use no items or regeneration. So yes, regeneration does count as an item. And take no damage. So as soon as you take damage, you literally will die. Not die, you'll fail the challenge. I'm sorry for messing up for saying die. I mean, not die. You will literally have to restart this all over again. So yeah, pretty much as you can see, there's pluses and everything for the difficulty. Yeah. And then there's the Night Monarch Slayer requirements, which is the no hit run. I mean the no death run right here. And then this one is the no hit run. Then this one is the no items and no damage run. So obviously enough, once you get past this one, you have to do this for all the other difficulties, and that should be easy if you know what you're doing. But this requirement for this one right here is gonna be a little bit of a challenge if you don't know what you're doing. Fight only using the Pipe of Thraldrum, and gifts and drain attacks are okay because that counts as your attacks. Use no items or regeneration, obviously, and take no damage. So basically saying you have to do a no hit run, essentially, and make sure like when you are doing this, do not, and I repeat, do not go and revive people in the middle of the battlefield if you're doing this. Like, for any of those who are confused if that counts or not, literally do not do the revive thing. Because if you want to pass this challenge, you're gonna have to rely on, like, say, a partner. If you're doing this like, say, you and your partner plus one other online player to do this, and it's not that easy to do. I mean, it can be if you know what you're doing and you know how to dodge everything, you know how to time it, and you've fought this boss before. Sure, it's easy like that. But then there's also we got some new cosmetics for your character and the partners, of course, such as Louis and Io right here. And as far as the other DLCs were concerned, they're gonna be just like this one. I mean, not exactly in terms of like this one. Obviously, they're gonna be different, but like, they're gonna be like miniature DLCs like this. Like they're all gonna be depths maps. Even though that's disappointing to you guys, but hey, here, look at the upside. For all you know, they could be making Code Vein 2, and if they are, in general, like I'm just saying that get some hope like right there and get Code Vein 2. You know, I really want to see that because this game is not that bad. It's just basically you, your wits, and your know-how of certain abilities. It's so good, and it gives you so much customization, and it has more customization than any Souls game combined, including Bloodborne. That is, and I really, really appreciate it. Like, evade 10 enemy attacks in a row. That's relatively kind of easy for this boss, and then 10th, like these ones, I do not know how to do yet. Deal 10,000 damage, more than 10,000 damage in a single attack. It says a single attack, and I don't know how to do that. Okay, look. If anything, I know there's damage buffs and all that, but that that might help a little bit, but it's not gonna help as much when you're trying to. It's not going to help as much simply because A, there's only a certain amount of damage that can be increased, and B, there's certain other skills you can stack with it, sure, but I'm not sure how to get to like at least 10,000 damage with a certain weapon unless excuse me, I recently ate. More or less, I don't know how to scale the amount of damage, like the amount of stuff I have. Like there's so much stuff that is limited to me at the current moment, even though I've done all the endings and such for this game, and I've even completed the game on enhanced for the final ending, just to prove that I can actually do it. And I'm like level 220 something, I think. I'm not sure, but anyways, I didn't go straight to this as soon as I got done with it. I literally went back and started grinding a little bit for some of the abilities. But anyways, the main point is we're gonna be trying to do one of these here and show that even though that, like, say if you're this level and you're not even at max yet, you can still do it. Because it's really not that hard. I mean, for a boss, it technically can be kind of tricky because he can fake you out and all that, sure. But once you know his, like, you know, patterns and everything, it gets kind of relatively easy. So I'm thinking about doing the let's see here. I think I might do the Louis dark version requirement. What blood code am I using? Okay, yeah, I'm using EO.
Nothing is more important than preparedness.
I was trying to do a build before I got off, but apparently I'm going to do Prometheus. Okay, let's see here. Since we're using Prometheus, I believe, yes, thank you. Okay, I can use my DLC weapons and armor. Okay, to be exact, this is just pre-order DLC bundle that costs like $5. You know, the weapon that I'm using, which is, you know, from God Eater, because Bandai Namco made this game, and it's obviously connected to God Eater. For those of you who don't know, but yeah, spoilers. Yada yada yada. Anyways, I need to equip different abilities right now. Circulating Pulse is one of them. Shifting Hollow might be useful here. Um, this one, I don't believe that's the case. Let's see here. Can't. Is my other? Yeah, it's right here. Okay. We're gonna try to do the die no more than 3 times with the Prometheus blood code requirement. Da, 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 da. Let's see here. What kind of passive ability should I use? I can't use this because my mind's not at a B rank. That doesn't mean I can't increase it. I can't use Bridge to Glory because it requires a mind at B plus. But I'm trying to figure out which ability would be good. You know, it's fine like that, but here, let's get rid of Hasten and put on, where is it? Reckless Abandon, because that's also a requirement for the for some of these, for you to use this once during the battle, you know, with the boss. And it's kind of, well, it's kind of pretty, well, draining, as well as making the fight kind of relatively changing, you know, like depending if it's gonna be easy or hard, you know, you don't know. But that all depends on which partner you're using. And no, there's not one for Jack and Eva and Mia and Yakumo just yet. We don't have one of those yet, but I'm pretty sure we'll get them in the next DLC. You know, next 2 DLCs, because there's 2 others after this one. That we have to go through, and it's like the release dates for all 3 of them are said to be released early 2020. So we believe that the next DLC is going to come out next month, and the same thing with the 3rd one. It might come out either February or March. We don't know, but it feels like it's going to be February, like late February, but we don't know. Eternal Blade Dance, enhanced version of Blade Dance, increases attack power while when you dodge enemy attacks. That's pretty good, but I don't need the health boost. That needs to be gone. To Charisma. Savvy Evasion. I don't really need it, simply because even though I evade everything, it's not real. I mean, it can be helpful, sure, if you want to use that focus gauge, but I don't really need it that much. Revenant's Ambition. Let's put that on, because I'm wearing some fortified gear, and that will make me, like, the Vania's Claw, if you put fortified on it, it will make you, and especially for your weapon, if you have this and this on, it'll make you normal roll, which I don't. I'm used to the quick roll more than the normal roll. See, and because of this lightweightness, the Vania's Claw's defense is literally pretty bad. You know, it's like basically, oh, you can't tank all the hits. So basically saying you're a well-rounded attacker, and I need to swap out EO for Louis this fight, even though I really want to use EO this much. I mean, who wouldn't? She's the best, you know, healer in your team, other than like a few other characters who technically have abilities. She's like the. I just feel like that EO is more useful than the rest. That's just how it is. I mean, Louis, he has his uses. Yakumo's a very good tank. Mia can get the range attacks done and back you up. Jack's AI is jank. Like, literally, it's not even good. Then Eva is okay. She's not bad. Mia white version you get with the season pass, which I have, so I plan to get all the DLC. Because I really like Code Vein and its storyline. Even though like, here's the thing. We were told that it was going to be storyline based, so don't get mad at people of Code Vein for making it storyline based when it's literally their game that they're creating. So they even told us it was going to be. So don't try to blame them for something that you don't like. But if you want difficulty, go to enhance and literally try to, survive in that. If anything, people can have a tough time on here. I'm not gonna lie. The difficulty can be kind of wonky, janky, however you want to put it. But yeah, I need to put on Louis.
Good to be with you.
Even though it says Lewis, it's pronounced Louis due to the fact that the cutscenes say so. I'm just going by what the story says. It's Louis. I'm not going by how many other votes say this is his name and this is that name. Don't even matter. See, my damage isn't doing that much. That just shows you my my current status with this boss. Oh my lord, dude. Yeah, this is just basically the God Eater. This is the lizard from God Eater. As you can see, the horrors of the game literally are they're talking about the origami from God Eater. Here, I'm gonna swap fireballs, really. That's fine, that's fine. I don't need the requirement for the no-hit right now. I'm more focused on that alternate version of Louis because I'm curious to see that one. Got my focus off. Oh, my focus gauge is back. This boss ain't that hard. It's just basically you have to learn when to dodge. We're not even at a second phase. This guy has a second phase, and it's pretty freaking wild. I mean, if you think this is just all the boss fight really is just him with no force, just literally beating the crap out of you, you're dead wrong. This is a God Eater boss. If anything, they have elements. So, we might be coming up on that part real soon. Even though I'm not doing that much damage, it's really, really heavily advised that you do not let your guard down. Especially in a Souls game like this. Every single time he does a leap like that, especially in his second phase, that's when you want to literally, dodge into it rather than away from it. Okay, he was after Louis that time. And yeah, that fire attack is literally why he's called Hellfire Knight. because the what was it? The lizards from God Eater 1 were able to do the fire stuff like that, but except depending on which variant you were fighting, it was a different color. It was really kind of interesting, you know, to fight, and as well as tough to, you know, deal with due to the fact that these things can't really die. Oh, no. I mean, literally, you can use shifting hollow whenever you want, but it's, I just mainly use it simply because of these attacks, like right here, where he just mainly uses fire. It's not that my Veil is not elemental resistant; it's the fact that its defense is so freaking low, to where literally his fire goes through it, and on top of that. Like its physical damage is so freaking like high. That's the word I'm looking for. There's certain elemental affinities for this Blood Veil, and yep, that was one time I died. Okay. He's difficult, but he's not that difficult. Hang on a second.
I'm glad your heart's okay. We may need a new plan.
Yeah, sorry about that. I had to go let the pet outside. Come on. Hey, get out of the way of the door. But yeah, that's literally what I'm dealing with in the DLC for just the main boss alone. But once you beat him, you can just refight him and refight him over again, and that's what I'm doing. So even if you like say pass it, you can just sit at the missile. All of a sudden he resets. That's literally all it is. But there's some glitches here and there in the game, but they're not that bad. I mean, well, maybe except for like one little tiny glitch I came across, which is when I activated the missile, I got stuck. Not this one, but there's a missile, yeah, right there where you see it where it's glowing like all the way in the back. It's kind of hard to see depending on how big your screen is, literally, but it's that little glowing dot in the back, right on over there. If I close my menu, you can see it right there. That one right there got me stuck, and I was a little worried that the game was broke. But yeah, other than that, literally the game is fine. The game, like the DLC is fine, the game is fine. It's just literally the fact that that there's some glitches here and there that they have to iron out for the DLC, even though they released a support update. And there's sometimes where after you defeat the boss glitches and you see it like right above you, and then all of a sudden it gets placed back into its it gets placed back at the gateway and then back over there where he's sitting. It's literally weird, but other than that, it's really the DLC's fine. Like the enemies around here are not that tough. I mean, they technically can be tough if you don't if you you know, let your guard down, like I said, and don't pay attention to your surroundings. So literally, whenever you see an enemy out in the open, do not trust it. Just simply because the fact is that even though they're out in the open, there's always like one other right nearby. reason why I'm using, I decided to switch my thing up to, you know, the blast bolt, simply because the mat, like he doesn't have that much elemental like resistance. Blast bolt can go through pretty freaking good because it hits multiple times and it actually does a good amount of damage, and that's the reason why I'm using it. And plus my blood veils, you know, willpower status is literally in the thousands when it comes to my stats plus the blood veil. So basically saying you're going to be heavy hitting like some of these attacks when it comes to magic. That back. Oh, there go. I was trying to do the dodge 10 attacks in a row. It's fine. It's fine. I can still do it. So if anything, you need to increase your drain rating, because I think that if you sacrifice your HP for Icar, I mean, you can do that in this game. It's a gift that you can use that costs no Icar. Louis, this is the reason why I don't like relying on Louis that much for this game, simply because there are times where he becomes like Jack and becomes an absolute idiot and doesn't care about his teammate. Even though like the boss isn't even attacking him, he could still, like, in regards of his situation that you just saw, literally heal me and go straight for the guard. It's literally not that hard if he was actually trying. See, this is the reason why I kind of rely on EO a little bit more. Even though she does it sometimes as well, not a whole lot, but there are times where she automatically gets, like, ganged up on and, you know, pushed to the ground kind of status. And I understand that one, but still, there are times where Louis, Jack, and certain other ones do that, and I don't like that. Because they're your partners, they're supposed to help you out, and lately I didn't feel any partnership there. Oh man. Twice already died, so. And if anyone's trying to, like, say, sue Bandai Namco for stealing like, say, a Dark Souls idea, it's literally not the case, since they helped out the Dark Souls series in making their games. So you can't really sue them for something that they helped create. So if there are people out there going, oh, you know, let's just go sue them because they stole an idea off another company. No, that's not the case if they helped out. Because it was originally their design. They can go, the other company can go sue them all they want and literally lose the debate. I'm just saying, like, putting facts right there. But I know I'm putting a lot of like, say, controversial stuff, and you guys are going to be in the comment section of the stream at some point, and literally just gonna probably you know, question, like, say, debate upon this, rather than and also, like, probably, you know, debate with me, depending if you guys bring me into this mix. And I'm gonna literally tell you straight up, like, This is if you're making a debate about something so controversial, you might as well just keep it to yourself, and it's best that others do that. And yeah, that's a rare occasion too, where he just straight up does that. And as you can see, I just got one shot simply because my defense is literally garbage. And again, my defense is literally garbage. And I dodged straight into that. Like, for that attack, you're needing to, like, dodge to the left or right straight forward into it. The thing is, when I dodged, it didn't even... It just said, oh, yeah, you know what, we're not going to activate just straight away. I mean, same thing with the regular roll. The regular roll is like the Dark Souls 2 roll, where it's like a 1 second delay almost, but except it's like half the time it takes. But I like this roll a lot more, trust me. And I know my Blood Veil is not the most defensive. I'm just trying to go for this dodge right here, even though you guys see me get hit a lot. It's not that surprising. I'm just trying to practice, you know, a little bit more. I'm not saying I'm superior to you in every way. I'm just telling you from experience. So please don't get this the wrong way or rub you the wrong way. You know. Yeah, frickin' these enemies are going to be the death. And plus, I really like challenging bosses. Like especially ones that can, you know, pretty much scale to your level, and adding the challenges and everything for rewards is really good. But I don't think that the no damage requirement is, you know, the freaking no hit run. I don't think that's really worth it. Simply because the fact of the matter is that even though it's a no hit run, I don't think it should be a thing. I mean, no death run, that's fine. Just the no hit run, I don't think that's really worth it. Unless you actually really wanted to try for the challenges for the next 2 DLCs. But other people like it, and I'm not going to judge them if they do, because that's them. This is me, you know, saying this. This is just what I think. But again, like you have your own opinions, I have mine. I'm not going to question them. Not unless you decide to, you know, say something that says, yeah, you're wrong, and you know, I'm like, no, I'm not wrong. I just have my own opinion, and you're just being a person who says, you know, let's go ching chong opinion wong kind of deal. And I know that was kind of, I know that what I said there was kind of racist a little bit. I feel like that would trigger some of the, you know, people in general. But look, I'm not trying to do that. When it comes to fire attacks, I have to keep my distance a little bit sometimes. No. Whoa. And just so you know, you guys, this DLC is not related to story. This is just a depths map. They're making all of these DLCs a depths map simply because they're gonna make Code Vein 2, from what I'm gathering for the information. because there was originally going to be a storyline in place. I don't know if they were or not going to implement this storyline at some point. I don't know when or where, but if they do, I don't know if they're gonna do Code Vein 2 or not, because I hope that they do, and I hope it's just as good as this one, but except some of the storyline I kind of question. It's not that there's missing information or anything about the game, it's just literally certain plot points, like why does it have to end this way, or why does it do this or that. Now it's me saving Louie's ass. What the hell?
You're back.
Hang on, guys. I'll be right back. I have to take care of something. It'll be like a few minutes. Just sit tight. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. I was busy doing the one thing I was supposed to do, and I literally got sidetracked and forgot, which was to clean up a little. Man, I'm exhausted from running up and down the stairs. But yeah, I had to do the one thing I was supposed to do, which was, you know, every daily life essential, you know, like laundry and such. Oh Lord. I forgot to freaking activate my buffs. You always want to dodge into it for the stab down attack, for even if he's on second phase, simply because the hitbox for it is literally like, even though if you did this, it wouldn't matter. So you literally have to pull a Sekiro and dodge into it. It's really, really bizarre. But I feel like that's the most safest thing I could tell you, is to, like, you know, pull the final boss and literally stand under him and go for the hits on his body, you know, his main torso, and his head. And that's the only thing I can tell you for his, like, weak points. It's kind of like the Virgin Born final boss, but except literally the only thing about it that you should watch out for is his speed, mobility, and his attack radius. Oh, freaking 3 health left. And talk about getting Falcon Punch, dude. A lot of people were disappointed about the Smash Byleth character, especially quite a few, you know, one of my friends from what I know. I mean, others were, you know, all of the other friends were disappointed too, but it's just that my one friend is mostly disappointed because due to the fact we all thought that Dante was going to be in Smash, which he eventually will, because there's going to be a season 2 of Smash characters coming out. So we don't know if they're going to be Echo Fighters or if they're going to actually be characters. From what we know, they're probably going to do a few guest characters plus one Nintendo character. So I feel like that's probably why they did it. Even though the characters we got were literally almost all, what was it? Literally almost all of them were just a bunch of guest characters, which is like normal, I believe. Because I hope the next Nintendo character, they just, I mean, like, I know there's a bunch of, I know that people are blaming Sakurai for something he didn't do, when literally it's just Nintendo in general who makes up the decisions for the characters, like who are going to be in it. So people are blaming Sakurai other than Nintendo. So I believe there's some confusion right there about what's going on. And I can clarify that Sakurai has nothing to do with this. It's just literally you're blaming a guy who's literally, even though he's, like, say, the creator of Smash, he doesn't choose who's going to be in it. Ooh. Dang it. I've lost track to how many times I just died in this round, due to the fact that I'm a little lightheaded right now. Due to the fact that I ran up and down the stairs as fast as I could. I'm not like in a big house or anything, I'm like in a top floor apartment. Oh man. Okay, so the lava hits do damage, and apparently I just somehow dodged through it the last few times that happened, but um, that was all in the past when I first challenged him. But anyways, uh, you're just mainly seeing me just use a Prometheus class. Sorry for this disappointment, guys. For those who are watching out there, but Blade Dance. Let's see here. I'm just looking at my skills real quick, just to see if there's something I can use other than the Blade Dance ability. I just really want to get this done. He's really not that hard, but due to the fact that my defense is literally trash, I can't really do anything much about it. Other than like use a different blood code or something, and I'm like, but I have to do the challenge with the Prometheus blood code, so I can't really do that. So you kind of see where this is getting. So if you want to do these challenges with a certain blood code, you have to stick to it. And then once you kill this guy, your challenges should be completed, depending on which ones you do. So much controversial stuff. Shadow Assault. I know there's people who are excited for certain things to come out this year of 2020. And I can pretty much say I'm excited too for things that are coming out this year, especially due to the fact that the Kingdom Hearts Remind DLC came out this month. Since it's still January for me, it's January 30th, and for this video being posted and whatnot. So if anything, pretty much like this year, I'm looking forward to the 7 remake coming out for, you know, the Midgar part. Basically, you know, we're just getting Midgar, nothing else after, until like the next game of Final Fantasy 7 remake comes out. Basically, they're separating the parts into different games, like different separate games, like 13-1, 2, and Lightning Returns kind of deal. Except, you know, it's gonna be Final Fantasy 7 remake Midgar, and then Final Fantasy 7 remake, you know, this, and then Final Fantasy 7 remake this. You get where this is going, right? They're making each part you know, a whole other game. That's what they're doing with the 3 discs. They're making them into separate, different games that you have to play throughout, and I can't wait for it. I can't wait to see how good Midgar is, you know, and you know by looks, you know the way it looks is amazing from the trailers, sure, but I want to see the whole entire area. So I've also heard that it got delayed to April 10th for those who have not pre-ordered it for when it comes out. But for those who have pre-ordered digitally, like I have, like the default version, if you have the default version and not the deluxe version, it's completely fine. You'll get like a few days earlier than most people. So yeah, you'll be so for us, we'll be getting it like on the 7th of April rather than 10th. Some people are kind of hoping that there's gonna be like a 10-3 they're supposedly coming out, and I'm like, if they make 10-3, it's 10-3, fine, it's whatever. But to me, it's just gonna be, oh no. I wonder how many things they screwed up in 10 this time. That's basically how I looked at it. It's not that the fact that certain, change mechanics and everything. I mean, I'm all for the, take turns kind of RPG battling system. I'm fine with that. Like literally, I'll do it, but I've already done it like once and got up to pretty much the final boss area and literally got, whooped. But that's because I didn't grind as much. But apparently, I'm gonna have to do a lot of that next time I do it. But that's gonna be a long time. And that's for people who have to invest or like pretty much a year into it. And I don't plan to invest a whole year into 10. Like it's mainly the area and certain creatures in the game that bother me. It's not the like say co-reels or something like that. It's literally the fact that certain like um races in the game don't feel right to me. And that's normally good and bad in both cases because not many people would like it and not many people would like, jump in overjoy over it too, but I just don't think it's a really good concept for certain races in 10. Because due to I mean, if they did it like a 10 remake, I would be like, well then, and I would have been all for it, and I would love to see the gameplay of it, but they did 7 remake, the most famous one, which literally deserves a remake out of all of the other Final Fantasies. I mean, 15 was all right. Storylines like 25 25% okay. I say 25% because 75% of it they took out the main guy for Kingdom Hearts who was working on it. So it's all good. Let's see here. I've been looking at this for a while and I still can't figure out some... Be right back. I gotta calm down the dog. Alrighty, I'm back. Sorry, it took so long. Apparently my family decided to get back, you know, faster than I could, well, get this done. Wasn't counting on that, but it's fine. Changes nothing. They brought home some fast food for me, and I feel pretty good. Good Wendy's. Lightning barrage. Oh wait, no, this is just to replace this. Okay. Hasten's not really the issue. Excuse me. Hunting feast is the one I want to use. Because it increases my drain ratio. So basically saying each time I smack someone, it'll increase it. Oh man. Tomorrow I'm thinking of streaming some Kakarot. Yes, I have the game now. Ooh. Feisty. Ah, he did the frickin' slash. I forget about the slash sometimes. Apparently I was swinging like a retard. No offense to the retarded community out there. I need to back up away. Ooh. Getting a little feisty, are we? freaking dodge in mid-animation because... And I can't dodge in mid-animation there too. Because I was literally tapping the circle button as soon as I saw him pull it out. I was like, no! I saw him pull the freaking flame sword out. I feel like an idiot.
You're back. I won't take long.
Wait, do I? Yeah, I do have charisma on. Why is it not? What? Okay. It's a passive ability I'm looking for, right? Okay, my drain ratio. Okay, I'm gonna have to put on that. And then put on Blade Dance for this. I believe. That should do it, unless I find another passive skill that says otherwise. Yep, never mind. I'm just gonna swap it back. That should have still not hit, and I don't understand. Probably the minor distance gap. Come on. Pacing myself. decision. Come on. Get out of here. That's how you do it. 4 minutes and 27 seconds. Oh, did I do a no death run? I'm so busy concentrating I couldn't even tell. Yeah, I got... Nice. Okay. So, the 2 missions I did were... were this one. Badge Lewis, you know, default version. Get the dark variant of him for that one, and then Prometheus for that one. Okay, so what I need to do now is do this one right here for Louis. As you can see, you have to kill him in order for these to succeed.
Don't get too excited now.
And then you get the alternate version of Louis if we do that. The R2 down arrow key for me is literally what you need to do when you're in the fight. So I'm gonna show you how to do this. Okay, yeah. Click on them and then you get this. Hang on, get away from the missile. I don't know if that's the lighting or... It isn't. That actually looks pretty good. Nice. Dark Louis actually, dark variant of Louis is actually pretty good. I like that. Alright. Woo! So, now I need to... Okay, no, I did not mean to click L2. Wait, here, let me go back to the challenge board again. Prometheus stuff. Let's see here. Okay, did I do all the requirements for the Prometheus blood code? Yeah, I did. Okay, so I don't need to use it anymore. That's good. Okay. I can literally just swap back to this one. But as far as Louis goes, I have to use him. Oh yeah, I need to swap my equipment around too. Hang on. Blue Hounds. Yeah, here's Violet Gear. The DLC challenge requirement. Infernal Blade. I know it looks like this, but it's not. I mean, it looks exactly like it, yes, but it's not. It has an A plus scaling and strength, and that is the only requirement to wield it. You have an A ranking in strength. And I say the weapon is okay. Not the best thing, not the worst thing. It just basically depends on your scaling. So I need to use this bad boy. Wait, no. I need to put on a different weapon. Put back on Crimson Longsword just in case. And then... there we go. Main reason I have these on is... the only main reason I have these right here on is simply because I need to master them. Well, maybe not that. I don't think. Oh no, it does. Okay. It's probably not done yet. The only reason why I have this on is simply because I need a range skill. Because I gotta keep it balanced a little bit. Here, let's equip adrenaline instead for that one. I took so little damage due to the fact that my ability came into play. Next phase already due to the fact that I'm using a two-handed set. Ooh, no. That was a bad idea. I can't stop myself in mid-animation now, can I? It's like Dark Souls. You have to commit to the animation. It's literally what you have to decide wisely. Like, be careful and strategize. I got a little too greedy, and I can admit that. I'm average at this game. It's just my freaking...
How do you feel?
I was able to defeat this guy so easily last time. But I don't know why I can't do it now. He somehow misses. Trying to get the 3 death run requirement done. I'm not worried about the 1 hit, no death run requirement. As long as I can get 1 of them, that's fine. 2 is like, well, that's a miracle. 3 is like, okay. But in the beginning, it's like, oh, I can do these ones easily. Stamina. That's 2. Louis couldn't revive me in time. That mirror is kind of slow. I swear, if the next 2 DLCs give you a boost, like a passive skill that boosts the recovery time for that ability, that would be good. I know that'd be kind of broke a little bit, but I mean, like say 25% faster or 12% faster, that'd be good. Because hopefully they do that, and I think it would be great. That or upgrade yourself like an actual player, and go and everyone will pretty much say, "Get good, scrub."
Thank you.
I know I'm not drain attacking. I know what it is. Yeah, and also my controls kind of fritzed lately. Like literally, my character will slowly start walking forward, kind of deal. Or off to the left, kind of forward, if you want to be specific. I think they might be getting that drift thing like Joy-Cons, but except instead of Joy-Cons, it's literally controller drift. but PlayStation's is more durable than Joy-Cons. Like literally, there are times in each game where I have to literally flip the sticks and stuff, like for quick time events whenever I play a game. That's the reason why it's on the play. It's because not only that, I keep on dropping my controller all over the place. Really get up. Dude, every time we're doing the same scenario twice. Come on. Come on. No. No. No, get out of the fire. The last thing I want is to be in it. Please, for the love of God. God help me, God help me, God help me. Oh, God was on my side and my faith was all the way up to 28. And I say faith as in my actual own faith, not Dark Souls. Don't get it wrong. He's trying to keep me away from Louis. I know you're all like, oh, freaking. I should have died there, but luckily, freaking time was on my side. Louis, that's the last. Thank you, Louis. Louis, thank you. I'm so blinded by the freaking chaos that's happening on my screen. No. Talk about Dark Souls 3 dodging maneuvers. Get freaking destroyed. I literally had to launch my sword forward and butt plug him just to do it. Oh my lord.
Glad that's recovered.
Oh man. Did I get... Wait, did I not do the challenge? If I didn't do the challenge, then there's no point to it.
Shouldn't you take a break?
I didn't read it. Okay. Yep. Yep. Need to do it again. As usual. I died one too many times back there. I knew I did. But I just didn't know what requirements were required for this freaking challenge. I just wanted the satisfaction of trying to do it with a two-hander. Even though that's kind of challenging already. Actually, you know what? You know what? Where is it? I'm looking for that one ability. Oh, my dexterity needs to be a C. What's my dexterity right now? That's not it. That's clearly not it. Dexterity is a D+. Resilient factor. Increases the amount of focus gained by receiving damage. Okay, yeah, I need that. Let's go with strength and dex. Oh cool, hasten's actually available to me. Thank you. I'm gonna need it. Guess what? I'm gonna show you that you can flash step with the frickin' two-hander. Yeah, I'm probably freaking origami, alright. I know to you guys it's like, this is Code Vein, there's no origami from Kadir in here, and guess what? They're connected, so guess what? Same place, same universe. Safety precaution. Yep, there it is. That's That's one death already. Louis, you could have... I mean... Actually, no, he couldn't. He had plenty of health, so he could have, I think. The only reason why I even have that one passive skill on is simply because it doubles their stats. So there's no point in actually doing anything other than increasing their stats. I'll show you what I mean.
Find a way forward.
Okay, oh wait, no, I don't have it on. Oh. Guess what? I just played myself. Normal roll like usual? Okay. That's fine. I wasn't looking forward to it. Watch. Yep. There it is. Da, da, da. I'm not trying to prove I'm better than anyone, I'm just trying to show you the process. Oh boy. Are you kidding me, Louis? The one time I thought you had a brain, Louis. Come on. Oh, we got a viewer. Well, nice to meet you, little, nice to meet you, viewer. That's nice to know
Glad your
someone's
heart's
watching.
okay.
How's your day been? Oh boy.
Count on you.
Nope. Ah, come on, dude. Frickin' Falcon punch me. I know this is your first phase, but still.
That's
Frickin' get down on the ground. Get on the ground. Uh-oh. Second phase, here we go, here we go, here we go. Frickin' Louis. Every time I have to save you. No, leave me alone. Leave me alone. I'd rather not die today. Every time I try to... Well, it's just me now. Frickin' Louis couldn't hold his own. I hate this stupid commission for the Dark Souls animation, dude. I hate that so much. You have to commit to an attack when you can literally dodge out of it. It's so stupid. Because I always have second thoughts as soon as after I committed it. It's so bad. Excuse me.
I'm glad your heart's okay.
No, it's not okay, Louis, because you're literally the one who's literally letting me down. I need that. I need this to do more damage. But I need this to actually move. Fine, I'll get rid of that. I can survive with just these skills, it's fine. I don't want to start with hasten right off the bat because it ruins the damage dealing and the damage absorption capability that this class has. No viewers. Oh, no, they're back. Okay. Okay. Wrong time for that move since it charges up. Come on. Frickin' die, dude. Nice. Woo! Trial of the Destroyer complete. Wrathful Balmung. And the Dark Philosopher rewards as well. Alright, cool. That challenge was... well, it was really good. It tests my capabilities as a two-handed wielder. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, everyone. Dog's being a little loud.
Safe, I see.
Yeah, these three are the main blood codes that you get from this DLC as well. Cert, Achilles, and Aselpius. So basically, this is the only blood code that requires all three DLC to complete. Other than that, it's really good. See, look, Ichor Resonance, Receive, and Send. And then the other three right there require all of it to complete. But you automatically get the fourth one at the beginning of this DLC when you go get the depths map. And what was it? You have to be up to the part after you kill one of the bosses called Juzo Mito. The one boss I hate in this game. In order to get this, depths map and this Visage for 4. But then once you have 4, you can't complete it simply because you need this one and this one. And as you can see, it already displays the titles of the next DLC, which should be coming out sometime soon, like in February, I believe, or March. I mean, I believe it's gonna come out like early February, sometime like around the 10th or something like that. I don't know. But anyways, the main point is that we got Hellfire Knight. Now we're gonna get the Frozen Empress DLC, and then after that we'll get the Lord of Thunder DLC as well. So I believe this is going to be the Deus Pita boss, which is a Vajra from God Eater, who is evolved from a Vajra to being, like, say, the second stage. And I think that would tie very, very well with this DLC right here, the Lord of Thunder. It would really go well. And then Frozen Empress, I don't know about, say, too many God Eater monsters that would fit this description. I still have my ways to go on 3. But, yeah. Once I get there, I'll know everything and figure it all out. But, yeah, this blood code right here is really, well, scaled into, high dexterity and stamina, to be exact. But the main point of this blood code is, I mean, it's really good in terms of combat abilities. because this one right here, Invigorating Rush, restores stamina is whenever you successfully dodge an enemy's attacks while this effect is active. So basically, this is an active skill, not a passive. If this was a passive, it would already be broken. But they made it an active skill, and I thought it was really, really, well done, and I thought it was the greatest thing I've seen. But you need high dex in order to use it. And well, no, you mainly need fortitude in order to use it, to be exact. And then, same thing with this one, Serene Stance. Immediately take up a stance that calms your mind and restores all stamina. That one's really good too, but it takes time to do simply because you have to take a stance and literally calm your mind. And I think it's good if you're not being rushed by the boss, sure. And then Circular Cleaver, leap while performing a spinning slash, an offensive skill performed with one-handed sword, halberd, and bayonet. So it's basically these. This one in general is the only one that is multi-use skill for the one-handed, or should I say the small weapon types, like say from bayonets to long swords to halberds. This is the only one that does it. And then as for this one, you need an actual blade, and I recommend the Executioner blade. Jack's weapon to do this one if you're going to use any other weapon. But other than that, you would have to mainly buff a lot of your stats in order to use another weapon. And that's not really good for your passives, and it requires, like, say, about 3 to 4 or 2 to 3 stat buff passives in order to use a certain one, because due to the fact that it has like high dex and high fortitude, like say its ratings on fortitude and dex is S scaling, so basically saying that you can't really use this, well, just these two in general, but you can use these because it has no required stats. It just requires you to obtain it. And I'll show you what I mean. Achilles is not the best, is never the best one. Best blood code, but it's really, really good in terms of its abilities. I love its abilities. It's really good, and its blood code can be bent a little bit if you do the stat requirement ones for passives. It's okay. I accidentally bought 2 of these when I thought I didn't have one. But yeah, enduring Crimson Lightning, like it required me to have strength and willpower. Since you have low willpower, I was like, you know what, let's increase strength as well, since it's one of the lowest stats that you're gonna ever have for this blood code. Because it'll even show you on here, like, your dex is S plus, your fortitude is S plus, your mind is D, and your willpower is D plus, and your vitality is a D, and then freaking strength would be around D radius if I had not equipped that willpower increase as well. And then same thing with the willpower plus, D plus. It's basically gonna go back down to a D if I didn't equip it. But anyways, the main point is that it's a good one, but at the same time, it's not very well rounded. I mean, it's well rounded around those two stats alone, sure, but it's not well rounded enough to say to be bent, in a certain way to where you can make it flexible. So if you're looking for a flexible blood code that you can swap between, it would have to be Queenslayer. That's the most flexible out of the others because it's more balanced. But other than that, the other ones are debatable, really, for being bent. Let's see here. Graceful Prominence. Let's equip that one. I want to see what this one looks like since I haven't seen it. Oh, that actually looks good. Makes you into a bird more than anything. It reminds me of the Raven Fatigues. Come on. Not now. Sanguine Garb is literally just a silver garb, but yeah, some of these are just variants, so don't worry about it. Or certain ones are, and certain ones aren't, to be exact. I'm just trying to figure out which one to use. I think I'm gonna go with my Festive Claw. Some people will disagree with me on the colors here for this thing and say, oh, that does not suit well. There's too much red and not enough white. I honestly don't care for that much white. I mean, really, it looks alright if you ask me. Like I'll show you the two abilities that are combat based. The other two are self-explanatory, so I don't have to do anything for them. If you're curious if it's a multi-hitter, I might as well just go back to home base for this one. It's better if I show you in home base for the two Achilles skills that are combat based, because the other two are self-explanatory, rather not. And as for Cert, I can show you his as well. They're really, really good. Cert especially is a really good blood code I've seen so far, and I love the move set for it. There's certain abilities for these ones that people would mainly like, and I can't blame them if they do. It's so fucking good. Excuse my language. It's so good, dude. So really good. So so F it's so freaking impacting. It's so impactingly good and surprising that they came up with this one. It's not that I didn't. It's not that I don't think they can do it. I knew they could do it. I just didn't know when they would do it. Yeah, as you can see, it's a multi-hitter, and it's for the my square button ability. I forgot what it's called. Tranquil Slice is what it's called. Okay. As you can see, the second ability called Circular Cleaver. I'm not used to the names yet because these recently came out, like about like a day or two ago. No, like yesterday. But yeah, these here are really good, and I'm surprised they did this due to the fact that some of these weapons are katanas, and I can't stress enough how good these abilities are. I'm gonna reset the Mistle and then swap to Cert, just to show just to prove that these are really, these two are really good. Especially the third one. The third one's gonna be really good by the time I get it fully maxed out for its abilities. And also, you don't have to relive the memories of what was it, certain Achilles. Yeah, these two do not have memories for for the vestiges. Mainly for Achilles, you just have to collect the core fragments, and then you get the blood code, and then after that you literally get all four abilities. And then as far as Cert goes, Cert you literally have to do the challenges in order to get the blood code and its vestiges, and you don't have to relive through the memories of that one. You just automatically get the abilities as soon as you get it. It's really good. But anyways, I'll show you these Cert ones now. Flame Wheel, Hellfire Circle. Yeah, these abilities are really good. And the fourth ability, if you're wondering, is the Strength Fortitude up right here. As you can see, the proficiency requirement. Defeat the enemy. Yeah, I haven't progressed as much because I've been busy trying to, you know, farm the proficiency requirement since I'm out of the mastery revs, or should I say the little triangles that have numbers on them. You know, the things that are used to master or make the proficiencies max out. Because these literally take the 310. I could literally master one of these right now, but I choose not to, simply because um, I don't have a whole lot at the moment. I literally have to grind enemies off of them. You know, I have to grind off enemies for these things, so it's not that easy. It's really balanced. So, if anything, the difficulty of the DLC is really, really competitive, but but it's really, really impacting to you know, fight the bosses, because due to the fact one of the bosses, you know, I mean, there's 3 in total, but all you guys saw me do was mainly fight the main boss of the DLC. But literally they're all in the same area, generally speaking. You know, I can show you that there's 2 pathways you can take, and each of them have a boss in them. But after that, there's literally nothing else. After that, you just mainly there. Well, here's the thing: when you first pop in, there's a seal on the door that requires you to do certain things, which is get the certain vestiges first, and each of the vestiges are hidden behind each pathway for each of the bosses. And if you fully explore the area, you should find all 3 core fragments for Achilles' Blood Code, which is one of the requirements for the gate. You just need 2 of them in order to pass through it, but you need all 3 to craft the Blood Code for the ceiling part of the area, like before you fight the actual boss. And then as for the other one, you literally have to turn in the I think you just have to get the first fragment
You gotten used to
for
exploring
the
with me?
blood code of Aselpus, Aselpia, Aselpius.
Take care of whatever's concerning
I
you.
can't, I'm trying to pronounce this name. It's so I can't really say it right unless someone says the name for me. It's like that, and I just can't stress enough. But anyways, yeah, that's mainly what you're doing for mainly what you're gonna get for this DLC. But yeah, this pathway right here leads to one,
Might be better
and
to
then
move
there's one
forward
down
instead of
this way,
evading.
down there. And they're both generally like the main, you know, like how the depths are. Like you fight a boss, you get a key. Fight another boss, you get another key in that pathway. You know how it goes. But the main keys for this place are literally the vestiges, and that's it. But anyways, I think that should do it for this video. And thank you all for watching. And like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time when the next DLC comes out. Peace.